Hello, I'm Candy Grant from Kevin Feld Group at Remax Hallmark Che. This is my colleague Patricia McCallum. We are both certified divorce specialists, and we're very happy today. We have got Mark Harendorf, who is also part of our CDS community. Mark is a certified divorce financial analyst, and the company he works for is AFD. Welcome, Mark.
Thank you. Hi, welcome. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, a pleasure.
Mark, we like to just ask quick questions to try and help the people going through this process of separation and divorce. And this one we think is been important. I know you do too. So what is the importance of getting the financial disclosure done correctly? It's one of the first things that a couple has to do. So can you tell us about that?
Absolutely. It is a tricky thing, and when we use the word financial disclosure, that's a very generic word, disclosure. What are you disclosing? So I'll break it down a little bit further. There's different forms to fill out as to what you do, but generically, the one that's used the most is called Form 13.1, and the form is designed in a very specific way. It deals with the income and expenses that you have, and then it ultimately gets into assets, debts, and so forth. And the form is used for multiple purposes. One of the things, and the whole divorce process, I'm just going to take one step back before I go back to the form. When you're going through the divorce process, there's an ordering of what happens. And the first thing is called equalization, where each spouse calculates what their, quote, sort of net family property net worth is, because one spouse is going to owe somebody some money to equalize their assets at the date of separation. The second thing is the form deals with is child support. So there's income and expenses on there, and there's formulas and software to use to calculate child support of who may owe somebody for child support, depending on where the kids are and a whole bunch of different other circumstances. And then the last thing, and in this order, is for spousal support. So again, this form deals with a whole bunch of different things, and there's different parts of the form that are looked at for each of those three components. So getting it right is really critical, because it's going to have a very, very significant influence on the money stuff, if you will, as you go through the separation and divorce. What's also critical is updating it. You may fill it out at the date of separation, but you don't have anything going on, or the case has been slowed down for whatever reason, and a year goes by. Well, numbers have changed in a year. Bank account balances have changed. Real estate values have changed. So the form needs to be updated. So getting it done right, when I say right, there are some parts that are very, very, very simple. For example, there's a section where you list out your bank accounts. Well, if you have the bank statement from your bank in front of you, or you look online and it says, today's June the 1st, and it says I have $100 in my bank, well, then you write $100 onto the form. That's pretty simple. But if it says, what is the value of the shares of your private company? I could do an entire day's course on that one question. So it requires the use of professionals, potentially, in various areas to not necessarily prepare the form, because a lot of it can be self-prepared, but making sure that you understand the terminology that's going into it and putting everything in there that needs to go in. So for another example, very quickly, you have an RRSP. So again, you grab your RRSP statement. It says you have $500,000 in your RRSP. That's the fair market value. You put it on the form. And now you're going to separate, and you've agreed that you're going to give your spouse half the RRSP. Well, if you go to the bank and ask for a check for $250,000, which is half of $500,000, you have a very big tax bill to pay on that $250,000. There's ways to transfer RRSPs without tax. Or you can do that, and then your spouse is going to take the $250,000 and they're going to withdraw it, and they're going to need the money to live on. So you transfer RRSP, but then they're going to cash it out. Well, if they're going to cash it out, they'll have tax to pay. They're going to want you to pay the tax. So disposition costs. So I'm going to sort of stop there, because I could go on with examples for, as I said, on a whole day's course. It's critical to get that form done correctly. Have it done more than once. You have to update it. And where need be, people like myself, chartered business evaluators, insurance people, pension evaluators, you might need other professionals to come in and help you prepare that form, because as I said, it's going to form the basis of the financial items going forward in your divorce.
Wow.
Once again, you've kind of blown my mind with a lot of information. We don't know what we don't know, and there's lots of questions that people should be asking a person like you
Yes.
When they are going through the process. So thank you very much, Mark.
My pleasure.
And thank you for your time and your information. I'm Patricia McCallum with the Kemp & Fellow Group at RE/MAX Hallmark Che, with my colleague Candy Grant from Kemp & Fellow Group at RE/MAX Hallmark Che. We are certified divorce specialists, and we have had the pleasure of speaking with Mark Harendorf. Thank you very much, Mark.
Thank you.
And we appreciate your time.
Great.
Have a great day.
Day.